What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Marvel Legends Gamestop exclusive Gamerverse Spider-Man from the PS4 video game. Here we do have Spider-Man in the packaging. Really excited to have this guy in hand. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him open up, and then we'll have a better look at the Gamerverse Spider-Man. So stay tuned, everyone. And so here we have Spider-Man posing out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at what he comes with. Spider-Man here does come with a few accessories. For starters, he does come with a pair of fists. And then he also does come with a pair of thwip hands. I would have liked to see him come with a set of wall-crawling hands, but unfortunately he only comes with a fist and thwip hands, so that is a little bit unfortunate. However, this Spider-Man also does come with some web effects. I do love the webs. They just go around his arm, and they look really nice when you have him pose, and I really like seeing that on a Spider-Man figure. I believe we're going to start seeing that on a lot of Spider-Man figures, but just really glad that we finally have web effects to give our Spider-Man. But other than that, Spider-Man here doesn't come with any other accessories, so what we're going to do is have a closer look at Spider-Man. So here we have a better look at Spider-Man, and I have to say I wasn't a fan of this suit when I originally saw it, but it's actually grown on me. This is actually a really nice suit, especially in the game, which unfortunately I haven't played yet. I am looking forward to playing that. But this Spider-Man is a really good representation of the figure, or of the game, for the most part. One thing I really would have liked to see is if Hasbro made a unique body that we could have some texturing all throughout his suit, because he does have texturing in the game, so it is a little bit unfortunate that they just reused their Spider-Man, or the Sunfire body. Is that the one this is? I just know it as the Deadpool body and the Bullseye body, because that's who I can recognize it with. But overall, I still love this head sculpt. It's a really nice Spider-Man head. Something that I did notice is that when getting him out of packaging, his head is actually like pushed really far back, and it does make his jawline quite big. You can actually take a hairdryer and pinch his jawline shut, and it gives him a much more sleeker look, and that's pretty much how I got mine, to have a more slimmer face. I need to treat it one more time with the hairdryer, but I think that looks better than having the big chin Spider-Man. As far as his costume goes, like I said, I really do like the white spider. Again, would have really loved to see a unique sculpting, so we have that raised spider, but for the most part it is okay. You can see there's some spots that it's not 100% accurate, but it's still a really nice paint job. Although there is a little bit of error right here on mine. You can see it kind of went up. And then right up here you can see there's some blue peeking through. There's no red there. I would like to see the red continue on, because that's pretty much how it's supposed to be. That's obviously a paint error. The webbing is clean for the most part, and like I said, for the most part, because you can see some of the blue poking through right here. The web's not aligning properly, especially on this arm. On this arm it's not too bad. You can see it's actually lined up better. And then I really do love the white in his suit. I don't know what it is about it, but that white is really a nice contrast to what we've seen with previous Spider-Man in the past, so I do like that. We can see he does have a belt painted on. And then we go down to his legs, which I think this is where his paint job suffers the most. In order to get his legs lined up properly, you have to have his knees pointing in at a really weird angle. You can see here are his knees. This one is normal, but you can see the paint doesn't line up. Here the paint lines up, but his knee kind of bends inward, and I'm not a fan of that, but that's the way Hasbro did it. I would have liked to see, it lining up with the legs slightly turned, just so that the knees don't buckle inward. And then something strange that I am still really unsure about is he just has blue going all the way down until we get to his shoes, where we have some white, some red, and some more blue. Like I said, I don't know how I feel about this particular design of his boot, but I guess overall it looks sleek and in the design, so I guess it's an okay. I would have given him some red boots, but that's just me personally. So overall, I really do love the way this figure came out. There's some things you could have done better, but for what you're getting, this is actually a really nice figure. So what we're going to do now is actually compare him to a few other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Spider-Man posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. And finally, here we have Spider-Man posed next to the Pizza Spider-Man and the Symbiote Spider-Man. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually take a look at Spider-Man's articulation. Now, he is on the Sunfire slash Bullseye slash Deadpool body, so if you don't know what that articulation is on this figure, let's actually run through it really fast. He does have a ball joint in the head, which does look up and down pretty well. It's a really nice stiff joint, so I do like that. It does rotate left and right. We also do get a hinge in the neck, which lets him look up and bury his chin into his chest, so I really do like that. Arms on a ball joint go out to about that far. They do a full 360. Swivel at the bicep. He is double jointed in the elbow. Pretty good range there. Swivel and hinges at the wrist. No issues there, so I do like that. He has a butterfly joint which goes back about that far. Comes forward this far, so you can actually get him in a lot of nice fighting and web swinging poses, so I really love that. He has an ab crunch which goes back about that far, crunches forward about that much. He swivels at the waist. Legs do go forward, back, and out. Not the best we've ever seen and pretty limited by Spider-Man standards. He has a swivel in the thigh, double jointed in the knee, no issues there. Swivel at the boot, has a hinge in the ankle which goes back and forward, and then forward facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, really good articulation on this Spider-Man figure. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Gamerverse Spider-Man posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like the way this figure came out. The accessories on him are really nice, and I do love the web effects. The web effects actually make this such a nice figure to pose and to mess around with. Although I would have liked to see wall crawling hands, it's not a deal breaker. I still like the accessories that we did get with this figure. Now, if you are looking for the Gamerverse Spider-Man, he is a GameStop exclusive, so you are going to have to check your local GameStops for this figure. At the time I'm making this video, he is starting to hit stores, as well as if you have your pre-ordered on the computer, he is going to be shipping out soon, so be on the lookout for that. Other than that, you will have to find him in-store. I was lucky enough to get mine in-store, and he is going to run you about $22.99 with tax, which comes out to about $25. That's a pretty high for a figure, but he's still a good figure, and I do recommend him in your collection, especially if you're a Spider-Man fan like I am. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Marvel Legend videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.